Hello viewers, welcome to online course on Engineering Mathematics 3. Myself Sanjay Vishwash, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, Department of Applied Science and Humanities of Guru Nanak Institute of Technology. Here is my details of contact information. If you have facing any problem regarding my online class as well my online course, you can contact me or send message freely in my mail ID sanjay.vishwash@gnit.ac.in. Today we are going to discuss about Taylor series and Maclaurin series. This is my 7th lecture on online courses. So before we start, let's quickly recall in the last class, and in last class I have already discussed statement and proof of Cauchy's integral formula, and after that I have discussed state and proof Cauchy's integral formula for derivatives on argument plane. Then we have talking about Cauchy's integral formula for successive derivatives and some related problem we have discussed in previous class. Today we are going to talk about my 7th lecture on Taylor series and Lorentz series. So, and this part is on chapter 2, and this chapter is called a complex integration. Here is the content of today's lecture. So at first we will discuss about statement of Taylor series. After that we'll talk about some examples of Taylor series on complex plane. Then we'll study on statement of Lorentz series on complex plane or argument plane, and then we'll talking about some related example of Lorentz series. Let's begin with the statement of Taylor series. So f of z be any analytic function at all points within the circle C0, okay, with center at the point alpha and radius is R0. So look at the figure here. C0 is the circle, okay, and alpha is the center of the circle C0, and where the radius is R0. Then for every point z within C0, we have f of z is equal to f of alpha plus z minus alpha by 1 factorial, that means 1, into f dash alpha, and f dash alpha is the first derivative of f of z about the point z is equal to alpha, plus z minus alpha whole square by 2 factorial into f double dash alpha, and up to f to z minus alpha whole to the power n by n factorial f to the power n of alpha, and f to the power n of alpha is the nth derivative of f of z about the point z is equal to alpha, and up to infinity. And this expression can be written as f of alpha plus in summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity z minus alpha whole to the power n by n factorial into f to the power n of alpha, or it can be written as in summation n is equal to 0 to infinity. If we included f of alpha in this section or in this summation, so it can be written as summation over n is equal to 0 to infinity, not n is equal to 1 to infinity, z minus alpha whole to the power n by n factorial into f to the power n of alpha. So this is the mathematical expression of Taylor series, and Taylor series is the infinite series, you know, about the point z is equal to alpha. This one is actually where alpha is the point is lies within the circle C0 and whose radius is R0. Let us move on the next page. What we have seen, the above series, one is called the Taylor series of f of z about the point z is equal to alpha or at the point z is equal to alpha. Now if we put alpha is equal to 0 in the above Taylor series, so alpha is the point is lies within the circle, you know, and if alpha is changed, we take alpha is equal to 0 or any other points, and corresponding these points the Taylor series will be changed. Okay, so first of all we take alpha is equal to 0 in the above series, and from this we'll get f of z is equal to f of 0 plus z minus 1 factorial f dash 0. Okay, here we put alpha is equal to 0 in the Taylor series, plus z square by 2 factorial f double dash 0, and plus z to the power n by n factorial f to the power n of 0 and up to infinity. And this expression can be written as a compact form and within summation. So this is equals to summation n is equal to 0 to infinity and z to the power n by n factorial f to the power n of 0. Okay, so this is called a Taylor series about the point z is equal to 0. Okay, and which is known as, and this Taylor series is known as Maclaurin series about the point z is equal to 0, which is also known as the Maclaurin series on the complex plane. So now we'll go for the next slide. Here if we put z minus alpha is equal to h, okay, that is z is equal to alpha plus h, and h is the very small quantity, you know, and alpha plus h is the very near or neighborhood of a point z is equal to alpha. Okay, so in this case, when alpha plus h is also lies within the circle C, then from Taylor's theorem, I have already mentioned in the previous slide, we'll get f of alpha plus h is equal to f of alpha plus h by 1 factorial f dash alpha plus h square by 2 factorial f double dash alpha and up to and h to the power n by n factorial f to the power n of alpha. This is the nth order differentiation about the point z is equal to alpha and up to infinity. This is actually the infinite series. You know, the Taylor series or Maclaurin series is the infinite series, and about the point z is equal to alpha, when we put z is equal to alpha, then it is called a Taylor series, and if we put z is equal to 0, that means alpha is equal to 0, then we can say this is also the Taylor series, but it is also known as the Maclaurin series. So f of alpha plus h is equal to this. So this expression is also called the Taylor series, or it is the another form of Taylor series. Okay, where z is equal to alpha plus h, and alpha plus h is very near to the point alpha or in the neighborhood of alpha, and it is lies within the circle C0. After that, we are going to talk about some examples of Taylor series. So here is the first example on Taylor series. Expand f of z is equal to 1 by 1 plus 2z in Taylor series about the point origin. That means z is equal to 0. So you know, at the point z is equal to 0, and the expansion of Taylor series is called a Maclaurin series as well. Okay, so here is the example. So first we consider the function f of z, and f of z is equal to 1 by 1 plus 2z. Okay, so 1 by 1 plus 2z is an analytic function in a neighborhood of any point z is equal to 0. And if we put z is equal to 0, we will get a definite value or a finite value of f of z. So that's why f of z is an analytic function in a neighborhood of z is equal to 0. But if we put 1 plus 2z is equal to 0, from this we will get z is equal to minus 1 by 2. So at the point z is equal to minus 1 by 2, this function is not analytic. Okay, but at the point z is equal to 0 or in a neighborhood of z is equal to 0, this function, that is f of z is equal to 1 by 1 plus 2z, is analytic. Okay, so from Taylor's theorem or Taylor's series expansion of f of z about z is equal to 0. So this is the Taylor series, or it is also known as the Maclaurin series. I have already mentioned in the previous slide. Maclaurin series or Taylor series about the point z is equal to 0, and it will be f of z is equal to f of 0 plus z by 1 factorial f dash 0 plus z square by 2 factorial f double dash 0 and up to z to the power n by n factorial f to the power n of 0. This is the nth order derivative, okay, or the nth term of the given series, and up to infinity. So you know, in a Taylor series or Maclaurin series there are infinite number of terms. So I will take only first, second, third and nth term. We are going to find the value of f of 0, that means f of z about the point z is equal to 0. Then we will find f dash 0, f double dash 0, okay, and so on. Now we differentiate the function f of z with respect to z, and what we will get? So after differentiation, we'll get minus 2 by 1 plus 2z whole square. And this is the first order differentiation. And after that, we'll get the second order differentiation, and it will be minus 1 whole square into 2 square into 2 factorial by 1 plus 2z whole to the power 3. Okay. After the differentiate, we will get this one. And similarly, we will get the third order differentiation. So, and it will be minus 1 whole to the power 3 into 2 to the power 3 into 3 factorial by 1 plus 2z whole to the power 4. Okay, proceeding similarly, we can find the nth order differentiation. And what will be the nth order differentiation? So, nth order differentiation, it will be minus 1 whole to the power n. Okay, this is similar as the third order differentiation. F to the power n of z is equal to minus 1 whole to the power n into 2 to the power n by n factorial by 1 plus 2z whole to the power n plus 1. This is the nth order differentiation. And from this we will get n plus 1th order, n plus 2th order differentiation, and up and so on. Okay, let us move on the next slide. So this is the nth order differentiation. Okay, after nth order differentiate of the function f of z, we'll get this one. Okay, so minus 1 whole to the power n, 2 to the power n by n factorial, 1 plus 2z whole to the power n plus 1. So from this we'll get the nth order differentiation at the point z is equal to 0. So f to the power n of 0 is equal to the denominator term is actually 1 plus z into 0, that is 1 whole to the power n plus 1, and it will be 1. Okay, so therefore f to the power n of 0 is equal to minus 1 whole to the power n into 2 to the power n into n factorial. This is the nth order differentiation about the point z is equal to 0. So therefore the first order differentiation, what will be the value of first order differentiation? So you know, this is the first order differentiation. So about the point z is equal to 0, we will get 2 by minus 2 by 1 whole square, that means minus 2. Okay, this is the minus 2. And the second order differentiation as well, 2 square into 2 factorial. Third order is 2 to the power 3 into 3 factorial. Okay, and so on. And also f of 0 is equal to 1. So f of z is equal to, you know, 1 by 1 plus 2z. So from this equation, from this function, we'll get the value of f of 0. So it is actually 1. So now putting the value of f of 0, f dash 0, f double dash 0, f triple dash 0, okay, and after f to the power n of 0. So from Maclaurin series or Taylor series, we'll get f of z is equal to 1 minus 2 into z plus z square into 2 square, okay, minus z to the power 3 by 2 to the power 3 plus, so that the alternative term are positive or negative, okay, plus and minus 1 whole to the power n. This is the nth order differentiation or nth term on the Taylor series. So minus 1 whole to the power n, z to the power n into the power n, and up to infinity. So after simplifying this series, we will get f of z is equal to 1 minus 2z plus 2 square z to the power 2 minus 2 to the power 3 z to the power 3 plus, so the alternative term are negative. Okay, and this one is the nth term, minus 1 all to the power n, 2 to the power n into z to the power n, and up to infinity. Clear? After solving the first equation, we will take another example, and this is the second example of Taylor's series. Okay, here is the example. So expand the function f of z is equal to sin z in a Taylor series about the point z is equal to pi by 4. So you know sin z is a function. This is actually the transcendental function. Okay, and sin z is expand in a series function. So here function f of z is equal to sin z, and this function is analytic for finite value of z. Okay, so here is the point z is equal to pi by 4. So at that point the function is analytic, and also the function f of z is analytic in a neighborhood of z is equal to pi by 4. The Taylor series expansion of f of z about the point z is equal to pi by 4, and it will be f of z is equal to f of pi by 4 plus z minus pi by 4 by 1 factorial f dash pi by 4 is the first order differentiation about the point pi by 4 plus z minus pi by 4 whole square by 2 factorial f double dash pi by 4. This is the second order differentiation about the point z is equal to pi by 4. This one is n z minus pi by 4 whole to the power n, and dot dot the nth order differentiation, this one z minus pi by 4 whole to the power n by n factorial into f to the power n of pi by 4 and up to infinity. Okay, this is actually the Taylor series expansion about the point z is equal to pi by 4, and I have already mentioned in the beginning of this class how to expand the Taylor series expansion about any point within the circle C0. Okay, so now here the function f of z is equal to sin z. This is given, and the first derivative of sin z is equal to cos z, and cos z can be written as a sine function, and it will be sine of pi by 2 plus z. Okay, so sine of pi in the second coordinate, we know that the sine function is a positive function. Okay, so cos z and this function can be written as sine of pi by 2 plus z. Now we differentiate it again with respect to z, and this is the second order differentiation. So derivative of cos z is equal to minus sin z, and minus sin z in the third quadrant, we know that the sin z is a negative value. Okay, and we know that in the third quadrant the value of sin z will give the negative value. So therefore minus sin z is equal to, and this can be written as, so minus sin z can be written as sine of 2 into pi by 2 plus z. So 2 into pi by 2 is equal to pi plus z. So pi plus z lies in the third quadrant. So sine of pi plus z is equal to minus sin z. You know that. Okay. So again we differentiate it with respect to z, and minus sin z, derivative of minus sin z is equal to minus cos z, and minus cos z, this can be written as in sine function, and as well in the third quadrant and fourth quadrant the sine function is negative function. Okay, so sin z is a minus sin z. Okay, so therefore minus cos z, and this function can be written as a sine function, and it will be sine of 3 into pi by 2 plus z. Okay, so similarly we can find the nth order differentiation, and it will be f to the power n of z is equal to sine of n into pi by 2 plus z. So therefore the nth order differentiation about the point pi by 4, and it will be sine of n into pi by 2 plus pi by 4. Okay, this is the nth order differentiation about the point z is equal to pi by 4. Now we can find the first derivative f dash z about the point z is equal to pi by 4, and the first derivative of f of z, that means the sin z about the point z is equal to pi by 4, and it will give sine pi by 2 plus pi by 4. So from this we will get the value of a first derivative of sine z, and it will give 1 by root over of 2. Okay. So from similarly we can find the second order differentiation about the point pi by 4, and the value of the second order differentiation, and it will give the value minus 1 by root over of 2. As well the third order differentiation, and it will give minus 1 by root 2, and so on. Now putting the value of fz, f dash z, f double dash z, f triple dash z, and so on the Taylor series, the given Taylor series. This is one is the Taylor series expansion. Okay, we put f dash z, f double dash z, f triple dash z, f to the power n z, okay, and so on. And from this we'll give f of z is equal to 1 by root 2 plus z minus pi by 4 by 1 factorial 1 by root 2 plus z minus pi by 4 whole square by 2 factorial into minus 1 by root 2, okay, and so on. So there are infinite number of terms. I will take first 4 or 5 terms, okay. So you can take any 4 or 5 terms or 6 terms. Will get, this is enough for finding the Taylor series expansion. So now simplifying this, or we can take root 2 by 2 as common from this given terms. We'll get root 2 by 2 into 1 plus z minus pi by 4 minus z minus pi by 4 whole square by 2 factorial minus z minus pi by 4 whole cube by 3 factorial, and up to infinity. And this is the Taylor series for the function f of z about the point z is equal to pi by 4, and z is equal to pi by 4 is the point on the orthogonal plane, and where the function is analytic as well in a neighborhood of z is equal to pi by 4 where the function is analytic. After that we will take one more example on Taylor series. So here is the example. Expand log of 1 plus z in power of z and indicate the region of convergence. So here is the solution of the given problem. Let f of z is equal to log of 1 plus z. Okay. So now the nearest singularity of the function f of z is equal to log of 1 plus z, and this is equals to z is equal to minus 1. So at that point z is equal to minus 1, this function is not defined. Okay, that is z is equal to minus 1 is the point, and this is the singular point or singularity of the function f of z. So f of z is analytic within the region modulus of z is less than 1. So the function is analytic. Where it is analytic? In the circle. Okay, within the circle mod z is less than 1. Then the Taylor series expansion about the point z is equal to 0, where 0 is the point is lies within the circle, mod z is less than 1. Okay, here is the figure where alpha is the point. Okay, and you know, so in that region the function is analytic. This region is called a annular region. Okay, you know. So therefore from Taylor series expansion of f of z is equal to log of 1 plus z about the point z is equal to 0, and you know about the point z is equal to 0, what is the Taylor series? I have already talked about that. So this is called a Maclaurin series. Okay, so this one is the Maclaurin series, and the mathematical expression of Taylor series, that means the Maclaurin series about the point z is equal to 0, and it will be f of z is equal to f of 0 plus z by 1 factorial f dash 0 plus z square by 2 factorial f double dash 0 plus z to the power n by n factorial f to the power n of 0. This is actually the nth order differentiation or nth term of the given series, and up to infinity. Okay, now we differentiate the given function log of 1 plus z with respect to z, and it will gives f dash z is equal to 1 by 1 plus z. This is the definition, this is the standard formula for derivative of log of 1 plus z. So again we differentiate this with respect to z. This is the second order differentiation. So derivative of 1 by 1 plus z, and it will give minus 1 by 1 plus z whole square. Okay. After that, we take third order differentiation, and third order differentiation, it will give 2 by 1 plus z whole to the power 3. Okay. And similarly, the nth order differentiation, so this is similar thing will happen in that problem, in that case f to the power n of z is equal to minus 1 whole to the power n minus 1, n minus 1 factorial by 1 plus z whole to the power n. This is the nth order differentiation for the function log of 1 plus z. Okay. Now if we put z is equal to 0 in nth order differentiation, so from this what we will get? So if we put z is equal to 0 in that section, we'll get the denominator is 1. So 1 to the power n is equal to 1, and the numerator is minus 1 whole to the power n minus 1 into n minus 1 factorial. Okay. Therefore, f to the power n of 0 is equal to minus 1 whole to the power n minus 1 into n minus 1 factorial. This is the nth order differentiation. As well, the first order differentiation, this is the first order differentiation, and about the point z is equal to 0, and it will gives 1 by 1, that means 1. Second order, and the second order differentiation, f double dash 0, and it gives minus 1. Third order differentiation, from this I will take 2 factorial and so on. As well, f of 0 is equal to log of 1, that means f of z is equal to log of 1 plus z. So if we put z is equal to 0, we will get log of 1, and log of 1 is value is 0. Okay. Now we are going to put f0, f dash 0, f double dash 0, okay, f triple dash 0, f to the power n of 0 in the given Maclaurin series. I mean to say this one. Okay. f0, if we put f0, f dash 0, f double dash 0, and f to the power n of 0, and so on, and from this Maclaurin series it will give f of z is equal to 0 plus z into 1 plus z square by 2 factorial minus 1 plus z cube by 3 factorial into 2 factorial and up to infinity. So I will take only the 3 or 4 terms in this section or in this series. You can take more than 3 terms or 4 terms, whatever it may be. In this section, I will take only 4 or 5 terms. Okay, and from this we'll get log of 1 plus z in a Taylor series expansion, and this is equals to minus z square by 2 plus z cube by 3 minus z to the power 4 by 4 and up to infinity. Okay, this is the Taylor series expansion for the function log of 1 plus z, and it is analytic in the region modulus of z is less than 1. Let us move on the next example. So here is the example, and this is the fourth example on Taylor series. Prove that tan inverse z is equal to z minus z cube by 3 minus z to the power 5 by 5 minus z to the power 7 by 7 and up to infinity when modulus of z is less than 1. So this function is tan inverse z, okay, and tan inverse z is analytic within the circle modulus of z is less than 1. So let us consider the function. Here is the proof of this theorem or the solution of the given problem. Let f of z is equal to tan inverse z. Okay, so tan inverse z is the function and which is analytic within the circle modulus of z is less than 1. So modulus of z is less than 1 in the circle whose center at the point 0, 0 and radius of the circle is 1. Then by Taylor's theorem we have f of z. So this is the Taylor's series about the point z is equal to alpha. Okay, a mathematical expression of Taylor's theorem about the point z is equal to alpha. So it will be f of z is equal to f of alpha plus z minus alpha by 1 factorial f dashed alpha plus z minus alpha whole square by 2 factorial f double dashed alpha and z minus alpha whole to the power n by n factorial f to the power n of alpha and up to infinity. And this one is the nth order differentiation f to the power n of alpha, or z minus alpha whole to the power n by n factorial f to the power n of alpha is the nth order term of the given Taylor series about the point z is equal to alpha. Okay, so in this problem we'll take alpha is equal to 0. Okay, so if we take alpha is equal to 0 and then from the Taylor's theorem, and it will gives f of z is equal to f of 0 plus z minus 1 factorial f dash 0 plus z square by 2 factorial f double dash 0 and dotted and dot dot plus z to the power n by n factorial f to the power n of 0. This is the nth order differentiation f to the power n of 0, and this term is a nth order term of the given Taylor series and up to infinity. So you know there are infinite number of terms in a Taylor series, and we can write down this equation number 1. Okay, now here f of z is equal to tan inverse z. So if we put z is equal to 0 in that function, and we know tan inverse 0 is equal to 0 and tan inverse pi is equal to pi by 2 is equal to infinity, value of tan inverse pi. So this function is undefined, there is not analytic at about the point z is equal to pi by 4, but at the point z is equal to 0 this function is analytic. Okay, or in a neighborhood of z is equal to 0 it will be analytic. Now we differentiate this function f of z with respect to z, and what we'll get from after differentiating this equation or this function, and it will get we'll get f dash z, and f dash z is equal to 1 by 1 plus z square. Okay, similarly this one is the second order differentiation. Look at the slide. Here is the second order differentiation, and the second order differentiation, and it will give minus 2z by 1 plus z square by whole square. Okay, so after differentiation of this function, and we'll get this one. And similarly we can find the third order differentiation, and this is the third order differentiation. After simplifying we'll get this one, minus 2 into 1 minus 3 z to the power 2 by 1 plus z square whole to the power 3. This is the third order differentiation of the function f of z is equal to tan inverse z. As well, the fourth order differentiation of the function tan inverse z, and it will give minus 24. After simplifying, it will give minus 24 into minus z plus z square by 1 plus z square whole to the power 4, and so on. After that you will take fifth order differentiation, sixth order differentiation. So there are infinite number of terms, you know, so you can choose up to nth order differentiation, or up to 10th, 11th, 14th, 16th. Okay, whatever you take the terms, but I will take only the fourth order differentiation up to. Okay, so therefore from the first order differentiation, if we put z is equal to 0, and from the first order differentiation we will get the value, and it will give 1. And the second order differentiation, when we put z is equal to 0, and the second order differentiation will give 0. Okay, so 2 into 0 is equal to 0, so numerator is 0, that's why that is the value of f double dash 0 is equal to 0. Similarly, we will take the third order differentiation, and at the point z is equal to 0, and it will give minus 2 as well, and fourth order differentiation, and it will give the value. The numerator is 0, that's why it will give the value of f double f iv, that is the fourth order differentiation, and it should be 0, and so on. Now substituting these values in the relation 1, okay, or this is the, the Maclaurin series about the point z is equal to 0. So now substituting the value of f of z, that is f of 0, f dash 0, f double dash 0, f to the power n of 0, okay, in the equation number 1, and from this we'll get the value of tan inverse z, or the series function of tan inverse z, and this is the series. We get the Taylor series expansion of tan inverse z, and from this we'll get z minus zq by 3 minus z to the power 5 by 5 minus z to the power 7 by 7 and up to infinity, and this is called a Taylor series about the point z is equal to 0, or it is also known as the Maclaurin series, okay, hence the proof. Thank you.